another one.
So I came across this today, right? Pretty cool stuff. It says it's a hashtag open bug initiative, right? It says, hey QA, whenever I see a bug in a product I use or an anomaly I certainly complain about at work, I desperately want to report it somewhere or at least share with someone, probably occupational damage, typos, annoying misalignments, actual functional misbehavior, illogical and confusing things, etc. Properly reporting most of them to companies is a lot more hustle than I want to do for free. That's a fact. But I still want to get it out. So I'm calling for everyone to join Open Bug Initiative. I made it up, but hear me out. And I'm reading what the person sent. I did not make this up, all right? Let's share the screenshots of bugs when we run into them on social media and tag them with open bug. So hashtag open bug and then hashtag product name. Company hashtag company name that developed the product if known or makes sense. A little extra info about what's wrong if not obvious and or why it's annoying to you. It will let us scratch that itch. Let companies most monitor their names on social media, take notice, and hopefully improve their product. I'm doing a little bit of Mastodon, but you can do it on any social. Oh, so they're doing it on some website called Mastodon. I never heard of that one before. But you can do it on any social network in any language in any way you like. Just make it obvious and add the hashtag open bug tag. Just one rule: don't post any security issues, stupid or fun. So let's start our clock on that one. So I think it is a pretty it's a cool idea, right? Because when I see typos on certain things that there shouldn't be typos, it does kind of drive me crazy, right? Like if I'm doing a bug bite article and I see typos in there, I'm like, what's going on here, right? What's going on? I expect better, right? I expect better. But here's the thing. I personally don't have the time to be reporting bugs for random companies. But I do think it is good practice for those who are trying to transition into the field and stuff like that, who are learning QA. It is a pretty good initiative, and that way, like you can also collaborate with other QAs as well, to see like, and then you can get feedback. Like and here's the thing that always happens with me, right? As I as I read these things, I start getting a whole bunch of thoughts, right? I remember I was talking to, like, you've seen him in the chat before, to my boy Tony, and we're just talking about some business idea that he has in mind, and being that he's a software engineer, I'm a QA engineer, and we're just talking, and we pretty much mapped out this entire application that would revolutionize the business that he was going in that he's thinking about going into, right? And it's like, so when you have that engineering mindset, that innovative mindset, you can get so much done. So just thinking about this one right quick, right? Thinking about this one, it's like, so here's my thought, right? And I'm probably not gonna do it. So if you want to do it, by all means go ahead. But you can create a GitHub account, right? Where you can have it where you can have all these bugs are being posted, right? And with these bugs being posted as issues, like as issues in GitHub, you can like write a full defect report, and everyone can be putting issues there, and then you can link from the social media post about the with the hashtag open bug to the GitHub that has the issues created, right? So you can end up having a huge GitHub of issues based on sites like defects found on different websites, whatever it might be, and then there can be comments on it, and it's like it would be like that central hub of the quote unquote open bug, right? I think that's a pretty cool idea. It would be fun, and it's a good way to collaborate. You can get more familiar with GitHub as well, you know? See how, like, creating issues in there. I don't know, there's so many things you can do around it. I personally, like, don't have the time or much of the care to be able to do all that, but that would be a great initiative if somebody wanted to run with that. I like the idea of the open bug. The only thing is, like, depending on the social media that you're using, like, let's say you're using X, and I'm not gonna say formerly known as because we should know by now, right? It's been a while. But, if you're using X, you only have so much space to report all that information. You can do it on Facebook, definitely. You can do it on Reddit, but if you have that if you do it on I like the idea of doing it on GitHub because you have that central location, and that's pretty much what GitHub is meant for, like with the issues and stuff like that, where you can just like list all the different issues from all the different sites and you can tag them and all that cool stuff. So I think that's a great idea. I think it's a cool idea. If anyone wants to run with it, Sean, maybe that's a cool idea. Create a GitHub to house that, and use the open bug hashtag and can take off. Who knows? But I think that's a cool thing, right? So that is my thought on that matter. I'm going to wrap that question up, but I thought that was pretty cool. If anyone wants to participate, let me know. Drop a hashtag open bug in the chat if you are interested in, if you think that's a cool idea, if you're interested in participating in that, if you're interested in creating the GitHub, let me know, right? Because if you create the GitHub, I'll drop a defect in there. I don't mind. I don't mind contributing, right? So, but if it's not one of you guys who do it, then I'm not really going to do it. But for you, I will, all right? So let's wrap that question up with a nice bow on top.
If you enjoyed the fascinating information shared in this video and you want more, be sure to hit the subscribe button to Tech Coach Ralph to be notified for new videos.